8 days on, 13 days off. If you've watched my content for any length of time, then you've probably already seen this video about the Unicorn FIFO roster that I landed. 1 week on, 2 weeks off. Right, so I just come off 11-day stint, back working FIFO again. And number one question I got asked when I was there was what roster I was on. And every time I told them what roster I was on, the answer was the same. It was like, how the did you get that roster? It was pretty simple. Here's the thing, but I'm not sharing it for bragging rights. I'm sharing it because I'm building something. I'm calling it fractional FIFO because it's the start of something that I'm building called the Reserve Bench, which are a team of operators that can plug into a complex site fast, sort out chaos, and help you create flow. This is the first test, so I'm taking it on myself to set the standard for how it's done.
Please be nice.
So if you're running a project and you need someone short term to come in and help steer the ship, or you know someone on a project that does, DM me the words fractional FIFO and let's have a chat. And to everyone that says you might have got that roster once, Beanie, but it'll never happen again, all I can say is hold my beer. Because as John Wayne was famous for saying, it ain't bragging if you did it. All right, so the roster is 8 days on, 13 days off. So essentially, one on, 2 off. What happened?
Okay, here, grab the net. Pull back.
All right, every supervisor, PM, superintendent that I've ever worked with, construction manager on every project that I've ever worked on, somewhere along the lines, probably hundreds of times during the course of the project, has said these words: we need to get everyone on the same page here. Problem is, nobody ever makes the page. If your project is running hard, everyone's busy, nothing critical is moving, it's because the constraint hasn't been named properly, the thing that's slowing the whole project down, and nobody owns the 4 critical drivers that you need to manage, watch, track, to own the day and deliver the day, as Christian Bucosas calls it, fighter pilots call it, flawlessly. Today, we're going to build the same page live. What I'm going to show you, I did this on a project back in 2024, and this is going to be the theme for next week. It's not 2024 anymore. It's 2026. Stop creating more Excel spreadsheets and bogging people down with more bureaucracy. We're going to build the same thing that used to take me, a team that I had, there was probably 6 of them, to produce what we're going to produce here live today with Claude in minutes, seconds, if not minutes. Don't think, because I show you this little trick, it's going to fix your project. The hard bit then is getting everyone to buy in, getting them on board, and getting them, as Patrick Lencioni said in the book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, you get all the people in an organisation heading in the same direction, you could dominate any industry at any market under any circumstances at any time. Same thing's true on a project. If you get everyone on the same page, headed in the same direction, managing the constraint, removing the ones that are coming up, utilising your resources properly, you'll build any project under any circumstances on time and on budget at any time. All right, we're going to show you how to do it live. When you want to get hold of it, this thing's going to live inside construction school. You're going to have to do some work to get hold of it. This is not just a DM me and I'll flick it straight to you. DM me, I'll invite you to construction school. It lives in there. You can get in there. Yes, I'm done this deliberately to get you inside there to have a look and see if it is for you, or more importantly, for your team. Okay? So it's not a Hotel California, right? You don't like it, you can just leave. It doesn't cost you anything to get in there, but I want you in there so you can have a look at the Catalyst Academy, and more importantly, the Stealth Team Labs. Stealth Team Labs is where I work with construction teams to build exactly what I'm going to show you today. So let's crack on with it and have a look at what this thing does. All right, so I'm talking about these people. Superintendent, construction manager, whoever it is, PM, runs the toolbox. There's constraint. Everyone's not on the same page. We get our supervisors in, we speak to them in the morning and they head out into the field, and guess what? They all go working on what's important to them instead of what's important to the project. The old exec, he checks the dashboard, everyone's reporting, everything's all good. But as we all know, unless everyone is on the same page, it ain't all good. Nobody ever made that page up until now. All right, as I said earlier, I used to have 5 to 6 schedulers just in 2024. This wasn't even possible, what I'm showing you here, even just a couple of months ago. You couldn't have done this. Back in 2024, we had what was an exceptional system process at the time. When I look back at it now and I go, oh, when I'll show you what I do here in a minute, if you understand what I'm talking about, it will blow your mind. 5 or 6 schedulers doing updates. A master scheduler, 3 or 4 feeding him. When I say 5 or 6, cross shifts, right? So some of them are on R&R some of the time. Any given time, there was 4 schedulers crunching P6 to get this same thing out. Same output, they do it, me, in under 10 minutes today. All right, Super has the data, never gets to the same page. The exec checks the dashboard and then he goes, it's all looking good. Or if he even does have a dashboard, most of the time they're running off some BS report that someone does at the end of the week, off of their best knowledge of what happened during the week. This is all live, updated every single day. We take a new photo of the sheet at the end of the day, the dashboard gets updated, it goes straight to the exec. There's no filter. No one gets to put their spin on what did and didn't happen this week. Or don't say that, that doesn't sound good. And there's no delay in how that information gets through. So what we've got is, get rid of that so I can see, before the sequence was broken. Okay, so you got a morning meeting, throwaway line, everyone walks away going, oh, that's never going to work. And the constraint range remains unnamed, the day drifts. What happens when you start stacking days up that drift, one after the other? Your week drifts. Then the month drifts. I've heard a great quote quite some time back was, how does the project get 12 months behind? And the answer is 1 day at a time. I think we can tweak that up a little bit. The answer is actually 1 hour at a time. What we do here is we do the morning brief, the constraint, the slowest thing on the project, slowest part, increase the flow through the constraint. It's named, it's in red, right up at the top of the sheet that we've got everyone on. 4 critical drivers are owned. At the end of the day, we take a photo of that sheet, dashboard updated, and our direction is confirmed. This is how it works from a, make that a little bit big, technical perspective. You can guess that bit. All right. We get a P6 dump into an Excel format, which sits on a folder. I don't care where you put it, as long as it's on you. As long as you've got Claude and Claude can access it, you can put it wherever the hell you like. Step 2, this is the highly technical bit, right? Now, don't be fooled by this when I say the highly technical bit. The smarts behind what this thing does are next level. I've made this look super simple. You know what? When I always say, when someone makes something look extremely simple, what's actually happened is there's a whole lot of repetitions and work that's gone into making it look that simple. This is not going to work straight out of the box for you like it does for me, because I've done my reps, which is exactly why I built the Stealth Team Labs. Okay, You go /live. We give Claude what's called a command. We've built a skill in there that it goes and does what 5, 6 people used to do, take all day to do. It'll go and do it in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. What it'll deliver an A3 sheet, the same page sheet. It will create what's called a flex brief. That's how you run your morning meeting. That's what you speak to. If you don't know what flex is, reach out. Say, what's flex, Benny? And I'll send you a video where I've explained flex before. It's not mine, it's Christian Bucosis's. And it updates the executive dashboard. They can't do all that quick and easy, Benny. All I'll say is, hold my beer. Why is that? Current application. So why can't we see Claude there? Now we can. Where have we gone? Righto. Watch this. This is the. You getting this? L-I-V-E. Bang. Enter. What's the clock say? 11:06 a.m. Let's see how long this takes to build. And let's see what the output is. Man, this is slow. Yes, you can do that. Done. There's the dashboard already. This dashboard tracks what I call PVR. If you don't know what that is, project velocity ratio. Are we moving quicker? It's not PF. PF is BS. This is actually based on physics and science. So we've given you 2 views here, right? That's a project that's on track on the left. That's what your dashboard, the exact dashboard will look like. Here's one that's drifting on the right, that's off track. Built 4 key metrics in the bottom down here, which I'll show you how we track those on the sheet in a minute. That is engagement. Are we getting out with the people in the field, speaking with them and removing the constraints that they need to move faster? Do they have a full kit? Do they got everything that they need to do the task before they even start it? Are the handoffs clean? Start date, finish date. Are we starting and we're finishing when we say that we're going to, or are we not? Constraints. Are we removing the constraint? Do we know what the constraint is? Are we increasing our flow through the constraint? Claude does a little assessment here. So as I said before, there's no filter between what gets reported and what the exec sees. Claude does a brutal assessment to say whether this thing's on track based on these lead indicators, not lag. There's your lag indicator at the top. These are the lead indicators that drive the lag. Okay? It gives you that exec summary right there down the bottom. Okay, so you've got, that's the dashboard. That's one part of it. Where is our, let's get rid of that, close that window. Oh, hasn't done the rest of it yet. You'll pop it up in a sec. It's just still working. Righto, here is the same page sheet. The constraint, high pressure spool install, but 12. That's got to happen today, okay? The objective for the shift is close the P305 spool gap at butt 12, complete weld inspection and release mechanical pump mount before the end of the shift. Everything else is secondary to this. That must happen. Superintendent walks the field. We can see across the top here how many budgeted hours we've got for the day, what we've earned, what we've actually done so far. We've got 6 disciplines working on it and 9 start today and 4 whole points for the day that we need to keep an eye on, and we know what our constraint is up the top. By area, you've got the top 3 tasks that need to happen in all different areas. 1 A3 page. This is pulled straight from your P6 schedule. Over here, full kit, we walk around and we go, yes, that team had full kit, or no, they didn't. If it was no, they didn't, then that would be red, flagging that the shift before they didn't have it. So if they don't have it 2 shifts in a row, then we've got something going on. Why haven't they got full kit before they start? Did we go and engage the crews before Smoko? It's either yes or it's no. So you walk out in the field, you tick those boxes down that side, you tick those boxes down that side. This one has the start-finish dates. So if we aren't 100%, if we didn't start when we were supposed to, and we didn't finish when we were supposed to, that's how this AI, Claude, is tracking that metric at the end, the handoffs. Are we on track or are we off track? The other thing that he gives us, which we haven't had a look at yet, close that window, where is it? Here is our brief for our morning meeting. Put this on the board. This is a 6-step flex planning process. Why does this keep doing this today? I should be showing you Claude. It's not. Why not? Right. It's calling it code for some reason. Anyway, because of the name of the program. Flex brief. We've got the mission. Close that spill gap. Finish that butt off. Get that done. Threats. If the crane's delayed past 9 o'clock, we're going to be in trouble. QA inspector's not ready by 11:30. We're not going to make our deadline today. Structural bolt torque's not signed off by 7 a.m. Again, there are the threats. They're the things that can derail us from getting this done today. Available resources, we've got the crane at 7:30, crew 1 on site at 6. Bolt torque's already 88% complete and the QA inspector's confirmed for 11:30 crew. Piping crews 3 and 4 are ready to go. Lessons learned when we've done this before and we haven't delivered the result that we thought we wanted. The piping crew 3 started without a full kit on 25th of May. Okay. Staged materials missing, root cause of today's constraint. But 12 gap not flagged at Friday close, so we should have escalated that same day. QA hull clearance takes longer than planned, books 24 hours ahead. Course of action for the day, 6 o'clock rigging, pre-rig, 7 o'clock structural sign-off, 7:30 crane pickup, 11 pipe connect and weld, QA inspection at 11:30, mechanical pump mount at 2 o'clock, 15 o'clock, 3 o'clock electrical loop check. Can't forget about the sparkies. Contingency, if the crane is delayed past 9 o'clock, shift P305 to pick 2 o'clock, move the compressor lift. So it's saying that the next lift that it's got to go to is going to have to be pushed back if you haven't done that. That's your contingency. So you're in front of the game. We can start, we're going, all right, we didn't get to that by 9 o'clock today. It started at 10. That's going to delay that tomorrow. So what are we going to do with that crew? That's what he's saying there. QA inspectors delayed past 12:30. Notify the superintendent and get him moving or her moving. Brief complete. 6 steps, 2 minutes. Nobody had to spend hours planning it. Very little argument about it because it is all done by Claude. Certainly you want to have discussions and you want people to challenge if they don't think it's right, but we can adjust the prompt. If there's something going on, then you're not quite getting the output that you want. Guess what? We tell Claude to fix the prompt. We run it again until we get it right. Why the project moves? It's because we've named the constraint and we've given owners to the critical drivers each and every day. The project doesn't move because nobody ever made the page. Never got everyone on the same page. If you want that same page, it says, damn man, I'll send you a Claude prompt. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make you work for it. You're going to have to join construction school and you can get it inside there. Check out Stealth Team Labs when you want more help getting it set up, or I'll drop a link in the comment as well, and you can head across that way. All of this, why is ORCA at the top of my page, you might ask? I'm going to let a former fighter pilot tell you why ORCA is most, what do you call something tool on the planet. Important? It's not important. He'll say it anyway. This is why I've done it every day. I've missed 2 days now for the last 188 days.
This is the most powerful tool on earth. As an organization, we helped 3 NFL teams win the Super Bowl by teaching them how to use this method by coaching. It's called debrief, and it's only 4 steps. Intention, expectation, or what we call objective. Reality or results, what we call R, result. Curiosity, or what we call cause, the cause of this gap in performance. And A, action, what am I actually going to do about it?
Righto, let's do one right now. Ready to go, Claude? He should. That's poor transcription, but he'll fix that up. I didn't use Whisper Flow, that's why. That's why it didn't transcribe as well as what should have. I'll hold up closer. Yesterday's action was tweak the weekly report, add financial reporting data. Did it get done? Yes, it did. Home. Have you done an ORCA with your team yet? Hot dog. Yes, you have. Not a hot dog. No, you haven't. Drop it in the comments. Did you do your 2 practice runs before going live? Yes, I did. New ORCA, May 29. Step 1 is the objective. We're locking in exactly what we set out to do today. What was the objective today? Today's objective was to build the same page tool, which is the tool that we're going to use to get people to go across, head across and join construction school and show them this is the sort of stuff that we build inside the Stealth Team Lab. We don't just talk about it. We don't think about it. We don't just learn about it. This is the stuff that we build. Good objective, build the same page tool to show construction school members what gets built inside Stealth Team Labs, not just talk about. It's not just the construction school members, this is for the execs that follow me and want better visibility on their projects, just to show them as well why they should have their teams inside there. Yes, it got done. We just run a test live here on this live. Good corrections. This is for the executives who want better project visibility, not just school members. And it got done, tested. What was the result of the test? The result is in under a couple of minutes with Claude, and because of all the work that I've put in and the reps that I've done, the understanding I have of frameworks like Scrum, Theory, Constraint, Lean, all the things that I put together, Last Planner System, all the stuff that I've learned from Jason Schroeder. What it delivered in under a few minutes with one command used to take between 5 to 6 people all day just back in 2024. That's a compound effect in its most visible form yet. What used to take 5 to 6 people a full day, delivered in under a few minutes. That's not just efficiency, that's a different category of output entirely. Well, if that ain't a win, I don't know what is. It'll do me for a win. It's a win. What drove it? Said the word already, reps. Reps, the ORCA process, doing the ORCA all the time. Dashboards, where I'm measuring the critical drivers that I need to get to where I want to be monthly revenue recurring wise. I'm focused 100% I'm putting the things that I need to put in place to get the Stealth Team Labs full in the next, and that's 5 places, in the next 6 weeks. There's your root cause of the win. Cause reps, ORCA dashboards on critical drivers, 100% focus on the constraint. Stealth Team Lab seats, everything compounding towards one target. That sits in organisation, culture and experience. 186 days of building the right thing every day. One action for tomorrow. It's actually 188 days of building the right thing. Hang on. I think it is day 188. Yeah, day 188. One action for tomorrow. I'll do another live tomorrow to set up where we're headed with our content next week. The objective for tomorrow is to reinforce in that session just how important it is to have a process like this, to be learning to use AI, not the rubbish that everyone else, a lot of people are preaching. This is a practical adaptation of it. Comes back to the quote that my mentor taught me: adapt or die. If you're not doing this, you're not going to survive much longer in the construction game. Locked. Objective for tomorrow, run the live, make the case for the practical use of construction. 188 days, what used to take 5 to 6 people a full day, delivered in minutes. That's not a productivity game. That's a paradigm shift. And you build it 1 rep at a time. See you tomorrow, log the session. Certainly will. If you want to get access to that prompt, you want to see how I build it and what I do, get inside construction school. I'll be running a session in June sometime called Floodlit. Floodlit is a paid session. It's not a workshop. It's not nonsense. It's just me showing you how to build what I just built there. You can take that, you can get the prompt and run it, but you're going to need more help than that. And as I say, the biggest thing with all of it is getting your team on board and getting them all on the same page. Creating the page, believe it or not, is the easy bit. The hard bit is getting the engagement, and that's why we measure that. Take it, use it, make it a great week. Message me the words, same page. I'll send you invite to construction school or construction school invite, and we'll speak soon. When I went to school, the teachers had a name for me: disruptive. Turns out though, inside school with a K, that's my biggest advantage. Inside construction school, I run a community where project and business leaders come together to flip the script. We're literally building the anti-project management playbook. And that's driven by the fact that over 7 decades of data tells us that what the construction industry currently doesn't work. We focus on the 12 causes of project failure and how we use the 9 rules of flow to mitigate them. What happens is you get less drama, more predictability, and leaders that start leading instead of reacting. So yes, I was disruptive in the classroom, but now that's being put to good use inside school. If you've got a disruptive streak and you want to start your own community or join construction school, there'll be a link around here somewhere, and I'm sure you know what to do next. That's school with a K, not the one with a CH. I really hated that place.